If you want to know who some of the most powerful people in the world are, it is the British House of Rothschild, and then there's the French House. They're very powerful, but not as powerful as the British. That's the head house. There's the Italian House. There's the German House. There are the Saxe-Coburg-Gothas, who are intermarried with a bunch of families, and intermarried with the Rothschilds as well. And that's as high as it gets, the Rothschilds and the House of Gotha, Saxe-Coburg-Gotha. And they've knocked off the Habsburgs and many other royal families that they were cousins with. The Tsars were their cousins. They knocked them off. So really the last man standing with empires and imperial leadership are the British and the Japanese, with the Japanese factor in at a lower rung. And the Japanese royalty does swear fealty. I've even seen the ritual at the Tower of London, where all the royalty of the world comes and swears allegiance to the Queen. And then, of course, the Rockefellers are right up there at the very top. The superstars of the New World Order are the super gophers, the men given the power. In Roman times, they would call it a legate. And there might be as many as 10. And every major country under the Roman Empire, whether it was Egypt, or whether it was Greece, or whether it was Judea, or whether it was Germania, or Albion, Britain today, they would have legates who would travel between the places to speak with the imperial seal and to speak as the emperor. And so a Henry Kissinger, a George Shultz, someone of that level, a Gordon-Brown is definitely an imperial legate of the New World Order. And he's one of the rarities where he's actually in power and running the G20 and actually calling the shots to a great extent as the main manager right now. Gordon-Brown is really the kingpin politically. But normally people don't become legates or even sublegates, because they have sublegates as well. This is an imperial structure until they've already been president or prime minister and done a good job. And then they graduate into that level of a Henry Kissinger. Someone like a Henry Kissinger is more powerful than a Richard Nixon. And people are told, we'll give you the money, put you in power. You got to put Robert McNamara, a legate. You've got to put a Henry Kissinger, a legate. They're going to call the shots. And you listen to the tapes of McNamara, who oversaw the killing of Kennedy and the rest of it. And LBJ will be at his ranch outside Austin talking to D.C., and McNamara says, yes, sir, but McNamara is telling him what to do. And the subservient one is LBJ. And he's telling him, and LBJ saying, okay, yes, how do I do that? And a sublegate would be in the White House right now, Rahm Emanuel. And that's why he constantly talks down to Obama. Whenever the congressional leaders of both parties are there and the cameras aren't on, he gets up and cracks his knuckles and bosses Obama around. And they basically look to Rahm Emanuel and say, yes, sir, Mr. President. And then they basically slap Obama around and tell him, get out there and read the teleprompter. And it's bad news. It's bad news.